Oh, believe me, I've been getting up for me at my time at 9:30 to get up, get ready, get out here, literally sit down with my coffee with like minutes to spare before the countdown timer goes on. I was just like, I want to get up. The fog's actually a little less dense than it was on the way here. Maybe because we defeated those cryptids? Most likely so. I imagine they were accelerating the development of a problem that would have appeared regardless. So while the situation should settle down for now, I imagine it'll happen again in due time. Indeed, the fundamental cause is likely elsewhere and much more complex. Legram as a whole will have to stay wary for a while, I suppose. Still, listening to what you had to say, it's troubling to think of how unpredictable this war is. There's no telling what direction it's going to take. Yeah, unfortunately. The fighting between the Noble Alliance and the Imperial Army is showing no signs of letting up. And we've still got no idea what's going on over at the Academy or what happened to the Courageous and Viscount Arcade. It's been over a month since we last heard from either of them. I'm a little worried, to tell the truth. I'm still fully convinced we have nothing to worry about in that regard. My father is alive and well. Of that I'm certain. I believe in him. If you believe in him, then I will too. I'm sure he's perfectly fine. I find myself more concerned about the whereabouts of Master Eustace. Yes, thank you for somebody mentioning Eustace. One would expect Duke Alberea's son to be easier to find than this. Eustace was in Legram at one point, wasn't he? Who's this? Yeah, I do too. And I think once the move is done and things return to normal, I don't think they'll be happening at 9 a.m. anymore. Or 10 a.m. I think they'll be later. We need to worry more about Toa. Oh, we do? Do either of you have any idea where he is now? He was with us when we fled the Academy, yes. Several days ago, he boarded a train to Bereahard. Why? He was growing increasingly concerned over what was happening in the region. I guess there was no stopping him. At least we know where he went. That's a relief. That's one of the Alliance's most well-protected strongholds now. I'm surprised it's even possible to get there by train. It was at the time, but not anymore. The Alliance has brought in heavy restrictions on railway travel since his departure. We've been at a loss as to what to do. That explains it. Well, we can think about that when we get back to town. If it comes to it, we could always walk there using the highways.
Emma?
What's wrong?
I feel like I should have told you so many things a long time ago.
This is where she tells everybody
about
else.
Me and Celine, and about Divine Knights and Awakeners.
We knew this conversation was coming. Yeah, I was not as worried about Toa because, I mean, I know because I've heard or seen little things that I just, you know, accidentally, through the course of things, that Toa becomes a fighter with the group, I guess, so to speak. But I was more concerned about Sarah because I wasn't sure when Toa would come into play, if it was even in this game.
That means... Does that mean you're ready to tell us now?
Yes, I am.
Does this mean her S-Craft will level up?
It's time to finally fulfill the promise I made to you during the after-party.
Well, if you're sure.
I imagine you've heard some of this from Celine already, but still, enrolling at Thor's was originally part of my duty as one of the Hexen clan.
A super entertaining role in this game. Cool.
It's a clan of witches that traces its origins far back into the past.
I was thinking that maybe Sarah was going to be somebody we would find at the Bracer Guild when we got here, but not yet. And I'm pretty sure we heard her voice on the radio earlier in the game. I think when we found Machias, I think we heard Sarah's voice on the radio at one point. I'm not sure.
What kind of duty would have you enroll at a military academy?
It's one that's been passed down through our clan for a long, long time. We must watch over the fragments of the great power sealed deep underground and observe whatever comes to pass regarding them. Just as it did for many others before her, that duty fell to Emma as well.
When you say the great power, you mean Valimar, right? Did both of you know about the Divine Knights this whole time?
We knew of their existence, yes, as well as the fact that they choose an Awakener.
I like Dragon Quest. Little kitty paws. I like the one that Jerry likes to post with the little white cat with his paws flipping back and forth. That one's so cute.
And that their chosen Awakener will be drawn into an unavoidable battle. Just because you had the potential to become one, you were drawn into a great conflict against your will. And not just you, Reen. The rest of us have become secondary contractors.
Yep.
And yet I couldn't say or do anything for you. I couldn't even give you a simple word of warning. What right do I have to call myself your classmate after failing all of you like that?
Emma?
You didn't fail us at all.
Emma, you're not going to say what I think you're going to say, are you?
I'm sure this isn't what you want to hear after coming all this way to find me. But this is where we should part ways.
Emma.
I don't think so, Emma.
You said it yourself back in the old schoolhouse. You said Class 7 is the finest Erebonia has to offer, right?
I may not always show much in the way of class spirit, but I'm confident Class 7 is the finest Erebonia has to offer.
We all come from different backgrounds, and we all had things we were maybe scared to or couldn't tell anyone. Crow has his past, you have yours. I have this strange power of mine that I've carried with me for as long as I can remember. That doesn't directly relate to the Divine Knights in any way, does it?
No, though there's always the possibility it may be one of the reasons why you were chosen. I know plenty about witches and their history, but none of that gives me a clue as to what your powers could be.
All right, Ben. The point is that even after learning I had this monstrous power within me, you all accepted me without a second thought. I feel that I'm a part of Class 7 as much as anyone else, and I'm proud to say I am too. Class 7 is only the best there is because it has every one of us in it. Me, Elisa, Elliot, Laura, Fee, Machias, Eustace, Gaius, Milliam, Crow, and you, Emma. You're not an exception.
He listed Crow.
Without you, our class wouldn't be what it is. Just like it wouldn't be if any one of us weren't a part of it.
Oh, Reen,
That's Sultan, vile betrayer.
What he said.
He's Darth Vader. He's a bad guy. Well, in that costume he was.
So I don't want to hear you say anything like that ever again.
Looks like every class needs somebody to take a shot at the Chancellor.
We want you right where you are, guiding me, guiding all of us. And not just as a witch, but as the kind class president and caring friend you always have been.
Exactly.
Goodness! How can I possibly refuse when you put it like that? All right, then. I can't deny the ancient knowledge that I possess, or my position as a witch. But I always want to remain the same Emma Milstein of Class 7 that I have been since the day I joined Thor's. So please, let me stay at your side.
Of course.
That goes without saying.
We wouldn't want it any other way.
Class 7 really isn't Class 7 without you in it.
What a picturesque fairy tale ending. I couldn't be more pleased. And the timing couldn't have been more perfect. I can see Legram coming into view now. Would everyone mind gathering their things and...
What's that?
Is that an airship?
Of course it's an airship.
It's coming from the sky to the west.
Is that?
You're courageous? Nope. Not red.
An Alliance airship? Wait, that's a commanding officer ship too.
Dirty nobles again.
Indeed. Well, it seems we have ourselves some visitors.
Oh boy.
My apologies for the unexpected arrival. I should have sent word.
Hang on, I gotta reconnect it again. I keep knocking this wire down and it gets really angry with me when I do that. Turn back on. Thank you. Here we go. Okay, looks like new people. Oh, she kind of looks like Micaiah. From the back, she's got Micaiah's hair.
I am Aurelia Le Guin of the Noble Alliance. I wish to make a brief visit to the territory of Viscount Arsaid.
Arsaid. See, I always say it wrong. I always wanted to put an id. Arsaid, not Arsaid. I don't know why. It just happens that way. Okay, so they're there.